you've heard the opening theme of The Loud House, you know that song can get stuck in your head all day. But did you know there are some cool things we found hidden in the intro of the show? Watch until the end to find out what book Lincoln is trying to read. If you're new to the Things channel, be sure to hit that notification bell to be the first to see our latest videos. And click the thumbs up button if you liked this video. Now, here are 10 things you never noticed in the Loud House intro. Lily finger painting the wall. Lily is the youngest of the Loud siblings, but that doesn't mean she is any less messy. On the contrary, she is known as the stinkiest Loud in the house. Those dirty diapers are even sung about in the opening theme song, but Lily makes an impact early on in the song too. In the extended version of the Loud House opening theme song, Lincoln runs down the hallway dodging all of his sisters. The Loud sisters are all engaged in activities that fit their personalities. The first sister we encounter in the hallway is little baby Lily Loud. We don't have to see her face to see that she is up to no good. It looks like Lily is becoming just like her older siblings. She may not be ducking, dodging, pushing, or shoving to show her love yet, but she is still making her mark. It's hilarious that we can't even see her face. It's just the back of her head and her diaper, which are covered in finger paints. Lily is creating a masterpiece on the hallway wall. She is so busy with her wall art, she doesn't even notice Lincoln running by. Lincoln runs by so fast, it's hard to make out the painting. Still, nice use of color, Lily. Is that a square yolk? Lincoln seems like a helpful dude. He just wants a little peace and quiet. And who can blame him? He is surrounded by sisters. Any person who has even had one annoying sister can tell you that one is enough. Poor Lincoln has 10 sisters. That's a whole lot of estrogen in one house. It's a wonder he has survived this long. Still, it seems Lincoln does his best to take care of his sisters, like in the extended opening theme song when Lincoln is handing out breakfast to a line of sisters. But if you look closely, you'll see that Lincoln has a different type of dish for each sister. It looks like Linny is having egg whites. Luna likes her eggs sunny side up. And then we get to Luann. Now, we all know that Luann is a total jokester. Of course, she would have some sort of wacky, unconventional breakfast. But did you guys notice that somehow Lincoln puts an egg on her plate that has a square-shaped yolk? How did he pull that one off? Lincoln looks pretty proud of himself for that one. And Luann looks really excited. Apparently, Lincoln is the kind of chef who can defy the laws of physics. Driving up the wall. Ah, sweet, pretty little Lola. She has been described as bratty, spoiled, sassy, arrogant, conceited, and smart mouth. But this girl is all princess at heart. A very vain princess with a bit of an attitude. But hey, at least she's a gal who knows what she wants. Fans of the Loud House are all too familiar with Lola's little pink princess Jeep. She uses it to get around the house and inside the house. Although she is an excellent driver, she's a bit prone to road rage. That is all the more apparent when you see that she has run down her sister, Lucy, at the top of the hallway stairs in the extended opening theme song. The look of complete rage on her face makes it obvious that while she probably floored it up the stairs, hitting Lucy was not an accident. And speaking of accidents, what happened to the walls? How did Lola manage to drive up the walls and even onto the ceiling? Is that an anti-gravity Jeep? And just exactly how much torque and power does that little pink Jeep engine have? Lola is not messing around with that thing, and she certainly isn't fooling anyone with the sweet princess look. That girl is a walking traffic violation. What did the baby do in the pool? If you're a super Loud fan, you'll probably get the reference in the extended theme about the kiddie pool. You know the episode where the Loud kids get kicked out of the community pool? For all of you who need a quick refresher, check it out. On a hot summer day, the Loud family visits the local community pool, but they abruptly get kicked out. Lincoln decides to buy his own little inflatable pool in the hopes to enjoy a little paradise for one in his backyard. It's not long before the entire brood is crammed into Lincoln's pool before he even has a chance to attempt the first cannonball. He kicks out his siblings and learns very quickly that it's lonely in the pool all by himself. He goes to the front yard to see that the kids all chipped in for a huge pool with a water slide. Lincoln attempts to cannonball into that pool and it rips. He invites them back to his pool, and that's when a little fecal incident happens. The kids freak out and jump out of the pool. Well, everyone except for Lily. Weirdest cartwheel we've ever seen. We all know that Luna is the Loud family's resident rock legend. While Luna is a pretty happy, wild, and compassionate sibling, she is also probably the loudest Loud in the house. She loves playing guitar with giant amps and sweet rocker riffs. But Luna doesn't only play the guitar. She also plays other instruments, like the drum and violin. She's a pretty talented Loud kid, even if she does talk in a fake British accent sometimes. This totally annoys her siblings. Anywho, with all of Luna's talents, it's hard to imagine imagine she is capable of even more. But the extended opening theme shows a pretty weird skill that Luna has. It's in the part where the kids' mom and dad are watching them through the window. Lana is sitting on the fence, twirling the lasso above her head. Luann is hugging a tree. And Luna? Well, she is doing this totally bizarre armless cartwheel. She's got this big dopey smile on her face and her hands down on her sides. Luna stiffly flips through the yard onto her head and then back onto her feet, then on her head again as Lisa runs through the yard. The lyrics say, "Gotta love mom and dad for not going completely mad." But we think Luna's the baddie one here. Cardinal directions on remotes. It's clear that Lincoln needs a bit of alone time away from his sisters. In the TV intro to the Loud House, we see him navigating through a sea of sisters to try to get some TV time of his own. Lincoln has to jump over a speeding motorcycle, leap out of the way of Lisa's latest science experiment, slip in for a tea party with Lola, rock out with Luna, slip under a shirt that Lori and Lenny are fighting over, then he is assaulted by the steaming comments of Lily's diaper. He almost gets a pie in the face from Luann before he hauls it into the bathroom to escape. But he's not safe in the bathroom either. Lana is fixing the sink, and she unleashes a tidal wave from the bursting pipe, which sends Lincoln bursting through the wall and down the stairs. After all that, anyone would want to take a break. But that's not in the cards for Lincoln. He grabs the TV remote and eventually ends in the middle of a sister pile on the couch. But did you guys notice what was on the remote when he picked it up? It has the cardinal directions on it. You know, north, south, east, west. Lucy will not say cheese. Lucy Loud is the quietest and most gloomy of all the Loud kids. She loves dark poetry, like that of Edgar Allan Poe. She's a total goth girl with a habit of popping up and scaring people from out of nowhere. This especially freaks Lincoln out. Lucy is interested in the supernatural. She sometimes wonders if she is a witch. Lucy feels like nobody listens to her. She believes everyone thinks she is weird, so she wears a frown on her pale face most of the time. Picture time is no exception, as we see in the intro of the show. There's a part where we see all of the portraits of the Loud kids on the wall. All of the sisters are smiling, except for Lucy. That signature slight frown is a big contrast to the big toothless grins on Lola and Lana. Or is it just us? Or does she always look like she just had a bucket of water splashed over her head? Lucy is not interested in smiling for the pictures on the wall. She is only interested in poetry and saying the word sigh instead of actually just, sighing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Lucy will not say cheese. Hidden message. People have played songs backwards to try and get some sort of hidden meaning since the 60s. It's not a new thing at all. Back then, rock and roll had the reputation for being considered the devil's music, so people used to look for sinister hidden messages in the songs to prove their theory. For instance, Beatles fans thought there was a hidden message in the song Strawberry Fields Forever. If the song is played backwards, it sounds like John Lennon is saying that he buried Paul. This fanned the flames of rumors that Paul McCartney was deceased. The rumors said that the band was trying to cover up the loss of Paul by hiring a double who looks like Paul to fool the fans. Some fans believe there is a hidden subliminal message in the Loud House intro. If you play the song backwards, it's the part where all the kids rush down the stairs and line up. A couple of fans played this part backwards and found that it sounds like they are saying, "End me." No one is really sure what that means. That has some fans totally creeped out. They commented that they think that it's disturbing and creepy. Magic potions. Poor Lincoln. That kid can't catch a break. In the extended intro, he runs from place to place to get some quiet time to read his comic book. He tries everything. He goes to his bedroom, but Lucy is there. He even hides in the trash can, but that doesn't work either. What's a guy to do? Lincoln tries to hide in the bathtub to read alone, but poor little dude gets drenched when Lori turns on the shower. She pulls back the shower curtain to find a perturbed Lincoln, totally soaked and not looking very happy about it. What's this guy gotta do to get some me time around here? We noticed something a little odd about the shampoo bottles above Lincoln's head. They don't look like your ordinary bottles. They kind of look like potion bottles. We know Lucy fancies herself as a witch sometimes. Maybe those are her magic potions. Or maybe they are a part of Lisa's science experiments. Regardless, it's probably best if Lincoln and Lori should probably not use whatever is in those bottles, unless they want to wind up with some weird mutation on top of their heads. We all know what Lisa's capable of with those experiments. Muscle fish. While we're on the subject of Lincoln's reading material, here's a fun thing we noticed in the intro. Lincoln is reading a comic book called Muscle Fish. Most true Loud House fans know that Muscle Fish is one of Lincoln's favorite characters. Muscle Fish appears in video games, toys, and on Lincoln's comic book. But did you know that Muscle Fish is a parody character of the comic book character Savage Dragon? They are both green and muscular. Although with Savage Dragon's super strength and super healing powers, he also suffers from amnesia. He can't remember anything before waking up in the burning field in Chicago. That makes us wonder if Lincoln sometimes wishes he had amnesia so he could forget the fact that he lives in a house full of girls. It makes sense that Lincoln would idolize a giant, green, crazy-eyed fish. Just look at that guy. He is pretty intimidating. None of the Loud sisters would stand a chance against that weird creature. It looks like he punched all of those clouds in the face. We hope Lincoln gets a chance to read his favorite comic book eventually. What's your favorite part of the Loud House intro? Did we miss any unusual things in the opening theme? Let us know in the comments. And that was 10 things you never noticed in the Loud House intro. Thanks for watching The Things. See you next time.